forward to meeting my final guest tonight for a long time. He's made over 80 movies. He's one of the world's most popular movie stars. We're proud of him in this country. And he's the only man I know that has a claim to fame. He's kissed Michelle Pfeiffer for 5 minutes. I want to talk to him about that and all the other things. His new book. Will you please welcome Michael Caine? About 15 years we're trying to get you on the show.
Yeah, it's been about 15 years, Dave.
Nice to have you here.
I didn't know you'd been on that long.
Even longer, I think.
Yeah.
Did you really kiss Michelle Pfeiffer for 4 minutes?
4.5 minutes, yeah. I was doing a movie called Sweet Liberty, and they had a sequence. You know, at the end of a movie, they put the cast rolls up and all the credits and everything, and they halted on this kiss. And they said, well, the credits are 4.5 minutes, so just hold the kiss. You know, which was great with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Messy job, someone's got to do it.
And we rehearsed for a bit, and then we went on and did it.
How many takes, Michael?
We did 5 takes.
That's 25 minutes?
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Really?
I kissed her for it. But what happened was they had what's called a steady cam, which is just a camera that they hold. And they were running round and round in a big wide circle round us doing this shot, which was, you know, at the end of the film, it was just going round and round and round and romantic music. But, of course, all the crew were running round and they were falling over, the camera fell over, people were bumping into each other, and we were kissing, and we were kissing away, and I hear people go, oh, yeah. And then, after, you really cannot kiss anybody, including Michelle Pfeiffer, for 4.5 minutes, because... You know, if you kiss... I'm sure we've all kissed somebody here sometime or other. I mean, there is a moment which you both decide you've got to break away, even if it's only for air. So if you have to kiss for 4.5 minutes, you start to laugh. It's the funniest thing. And you can actually see our shoulders. We were in hysterics by the time we finished.
Well, I mean, what do you think about it? I've got to get the Hoover fixed. You've got to be thinking about it.
I thought about my wife.
That's the right answer. That's definitely the right
She's
answer.
watching, so... Well, the whole time I thought about it. And then we started to laugh. I thought about the washing and the laundry and getting the cable TV fixed and stuff like that.
What do you do, Michael? There must be a time when even though a girl kind of appears to be... someone's been booked, and I don't assume you're in every casting. Somebody says, oh, you've got to kiss her. Is there a time you think, oh, I can't kiss her? I mean, what do you do?
Well, it's very difficult. I've had to kiss some very strange women. It's not all Michelle Pfeiffer, I can tell you. I just kissed Miss Piggy as well. I did, yeah. I just did a movie of The Christmas Carol, which is the Christmas movie for the Muppets. I was the only human being in it, and I played Scrooge. So I didn't kiss her on the lips. No. You know, because her nose comes out too far. Only on the cheek, yeah.
Tell me about your... I mean, everybody's talking about this new autobiography. What's it all about? I mean, why write an autobiography, Michael?
Well, it was strange, because there are about 10 or 15 biographies of me, which is, you know, written by somebody else. And I read 1 or 2 of them, and I got sort of halfway through, and I thought, this isn't me at all. What are they writing about? But I forgot it, and I said, it doesn't matter, because the biographies disappeared very quickly. And then one day, I was watching an impressionist. And he came on, and he sort of put on a pair of horn-rimmed glasses, and then he went into this terrible moronic thing. And I realised he was doing me, because he mentioned he suddenly went, hello, my name is Michael Caine. And I said to my wife, do I talk like that? She said, no. But everybody recognised, and everybody clapped. They said, yeah, that's just like it. And then he said things like, oh, let's go down the old pub and have see if we can pull a couple of birds or something. And it got worse and worse until it gradually developed into sort of Dudley Moore with Peter Cook. You know? and it was this sort of thing, oh, Pete, I got all that. And I thought to myself, do I really appear this moronic to people? You know? And, I mean, I don't go into pubs. I hate jelly deal. I've been happily married for 21 years, and here I am talking about poor couple of birds.
You wanted to put the record straight.
And I just wanted to put the record straight on my own record player. So I sat down for 2.5 years and wrote... Not 2.5 years, sorry. Off and on, writing about it.
It's not a kiss and tell thing, and you've done none of that, although you have actually been a victim of that, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been a victim of kiss and tells, and I've hated it so much I swore I'd never do it to anybody else, and so I haven't. The basic thing is just speaking from a male point of view, if you do a kiss and tell, you come out looking like a creep anyway, you know, because you just say, why did he have to go and tell this about whoever? You upset a lot of people, you know, if you've had a sort of varied sex life, you upset a lot of people. And I don't really think it's fair on people's families. It's all so many years later, and I hate that sort of thing. I really hate it when it's done to me, and I refuse to do it to anybody else.
Well, you're very happily married. You've been married
Yes.
to Shakira, what, 20 years?
21 years, yes.
I nearly run her over, by the way.
Did you?
She doesn't know this. Shopping in Chelsea, and she came across her, and I just was like, oh, no, I can see the headlines.
Yeah.
Des knocks down Shakira, Caine.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when Shakira's shopping, she doesn't notice traffic. Not many women do they?
But I mean, I know the story's been documented, but not everyone knows it. How you actually suddenly one day said, hey, this is the lady for me. I mean, because a lot of people do not know that story.
Yeah, I was watching television. I stayed in one night in the 60s, which was very unusual for everybody.
You were a jack of the lad in those days.
I sort of had this television with cobwebs over it, and I finally turned it on and got a picture. You keep hitting it, and a picture comes on. and I was watching whatever the show it was, I don't remember, and a commercial for Maxwell House came on, coffee. And I was sitting there, and there was this girl rattling these cans with the beans. She was a model doing this. And I suddenly thought to myself, I don't know what it was. It was a very strange thing. And it was in black and white. I mean, after all, television picture's about this big, so she was about this big in the middle of it. And I thought, that's the one. After all, I was 38 years old, and I went, that's the one. And I went crawling up to the TV set to get a closer look. And there was a great big close-up of a can of Maxwell House coffee. and anyway, I met a guy. The thing was in Brazil, and I thought she was very dark, so I thought she was Brazilian. So I said to my mate who was watching it, we're going to Brazil tomorrow to find her.
Just like that?
Just like that. And I said, we're going to Brazil tomorrow to find her. So he said, you really want to go? He was my mate, but he wasn't successful, so he wanted to go to Brazil anyway, so he wasn't about to talk me out of it. So I said, I'll pay you fair, we go to Brazil. And so we then went out, and I got all excited because we were staying in. I said, I'm going down Tramp, which is a discotheque owned by a friend of mine. And I'm down there, and a guy comes in, and we start to talk, and the conversation went on, and we were all joking, and I said, I'm in love, you know, and he said, who with? I said, a girl I saw on the television tonight. I said, and I'm going to Brazil tomorrow to find her. So he said, which was not, I mean, the sort of life in the 60s and the sort of people we were, the fact that I would go to Brazil tomorrow to find a girl wasn't unusual. You know, no one said it.
It was a crazy world in those days.
Yeah, it was a crazy kind of world. He said, oh, yeah, of course you would. Yeah, I would go to Brazil if I saw someone. He said to me, he said, well, I've been watching television all evening. I didn't see any beautiful girls in any shows. I said, you wasn't in a show. He said, I said, well, I saw a Maxwell House commercial. So he said, oh, I know her. I said, oh, really? I said, that's fantastic. So I said, I'm going to Brazil tomorrow to find her. He said, you don't have to go. She lives in the Fulham Road. It's a true story. No. That's it. And she lived in a Fulham Road right near the ABC.
I bet your friend was upset.
Yeah. My friend I nearly got to go to Brazil.
You're making your own movies now.
Yeah. I started off a production company with an American friend of mine called Marty Bregman. And we had this company, and we made the idea is to make films in Britain, but to make films that sort of